of high school basketball on Maine Public Television is made possible by people like you and by...
At Central Maine Community College,
I'm going to be a pathologist.
There is something for everyone.
An athletic trainer, physical therapist.
Your future starts here.
Corum Credit Union, inspired by brighter futures and proud to support students, athletes, and the community. Learn more at ancorumcu.com.
Coastal Auto Parts, selling Napa auto parts since 1981. Owned and operated by a Maine family and proud to support student athletes.
Hammond Lumber Company, serving contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with building supplies and custom services from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire.
From the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor, it's the 2026 MPA Girls Class B State Final, presented by Hammond Lumber, between the Oceanside Mariners and the Lawrence Bulldogs.
Good evening and welcome into the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. We've got a lot of championship basketball coming your way this weekend, and we kick it off tonight with the Class B matchups. We'll start with the girls. The girls take the floor, and what a great atmosphere inside the Civic Center here. I want to call it the Civic Center. I want to call it the Auditorium, the Cross Insurance Center. Brent Stevens along with Julie Sinclair. What a great atmosphere in here.
Really is. You can already start to feel the energy and just recognizing that all of these communities are so proud that their teams are playing for the gold ball tonight and the hard work that goes into it, Brent. So two teams that might have some nerves, but hopefully they settle in and give us a great ball game tonight.
The Class B matchup features Oceanside Mariners coming in from the south and Lawrence Bulldogs from the north. And right now, let's check in with Jim Baines, third member of our broadcast team. Jim?
I'll tell you, Matt, it seems like every other year you're here for a state championship. This is a great, healthy habit you got going on here.
It's always an honor to get here. It takes a lot of hard work, and these girls have put in the time. We're just happy to be here.
All right. So you played them twice. You split. What have you learned from them? What can you apply to it? And what did you apply to it in practice this week?
Well, they're very good. Provost is a special player. Shores has been playing great. They've got good role players. We have to defend that pick and roll. They ran against Gardner. We really have to rebound the ball. When you get shooters like them to miss a shot, you can't give them a second opportunity.
All right, very good. Matt, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, Brent.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. We noted that Oceanside here representing the South as we take a look at some of the information for the Mariners.
Yes, Brent, when you look at the Oceanside Mariners, they're coming in with a record of 20-1. On the season, they're averaging about 67 points per game. On the tournament, 64 points per game. And in the season, they're giving up about 39 points. So they've been here 3 times out of the last 5 seasons. And the last gold ball they won was in 2024. There's about 59 miles for them to travel to this venue at the Cross Arena. And the players to watch, really, they have 5 players that who could all score in double figures, but Olivia Breen is a freshman who's 6'3", and she's tremendous. Number 13, their point guard, Renee Ripley, is also another court leader. On their road to this court, in the quarterfinal, they had a win over Lake Region, semifinal win over York, and in the regional final, they beat the number 1 seeded Grey New Gloucester.
Mariners have a lot of places they can go to if they're looking for points on that floor. And their one loss coming to Lawrence, very first game of the year. Once again, let's check in with Jim Baines. Jim?
All right, Coach Chesley, you came out like gangbusters there in the regional final against Gardner. What would it take to replicate that against Oceanside?
It's going to take making a few shots. Typically teams, even though we've played here for 3 games, a little nervous coming into a bigger stage tonight. Hopefully we shake off the nerves early and hit some big shots.
All right, so you played them twice this year. You split. What did you learn from those 2 games? What can you apply today?
We learned that Breen is a heck of a player. She's really tough to stop inside, and we're going to have to, do our best. When we beat them at home, we were able to slow her a little bit in the fourth quarter and overtime, and thankfully they missed some outside shots. So we got to slow her a little bit, and still be able to close out on shooters.
All right, well, good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brett.
All right, let's take a look at the Lawrence Bulldogs.
When we look at the Lawrence Bulldogs, they're coming in with a record of 16-5. You can see they're averaging 59 points a game, a little bit more in the tournament. They've been here 2 out of the last 4 years. Their last gold ball was in 2023. 52 miles to travel here. We talked about 2 key players, Maddie Provost and Ashlyn Shores, huge seniors for this team. They had a quarterfinal win over MDI, semifinal win over Ellsworth, and their regional final championship win over Gardner.
And they have certainly no strangers to winning gold balls. Their last gold ball coming in 2023. They have 6 to the school's credit, all of them coming in the Class A ranks. And we had 4 of those in a row, in 91 to 94, the Cindy Blodgett years.
Legendary. And
legendary.
I believe Nia Irving might have been the next one to get one.
You look back on the historical records of the state championships, and Portland losing 3 of 4 during that stretch for Lawrence.
Insurance Center for
Let's
the
turn things over now to
2026
Rich
Maine Principals
Ezzy.
Association State Basketball Tournament presented by Hammond Lumber Company. This girls' Class B state championship game features the South champions with a record of 20-1, the Mariners from Oceanside High School. And the North champion with a record of 16-5, the Bulldogs from Lawrence High School. Before we introduce today's teams, the Maine Principals Association and FAME, the Finance Authority of Maine, reminds you that interscholastic athletics are an extension of the educational classroom. We ask that you support all these student athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators in a positive manner throughout today's contest. Thank you in advance for your support of sportsmanship and of the 2026 MPA State Basketball Tournament presented by Hammond Lumber Company. Now let's meet the participants in this state championship matchup. First, the visiting team, the South champion Oceanside Mariners. The reserves, a freshman, number 5, Mariah Caven Gardner. A freshman, number 22, Ava Chamberlain. A freshman, number 23, Stella Egan. A sophomore, number 25, Melanie Diebler. A senior, number 32, Chloe Diebler. The managers for Oceanside are Reese Drinkwater and Charlotte Quinn. Assistant coaches Jason Starka and Darren Randall. And the head coach of the Mariners is Matt Breen. And now let's meet the home team, the North champions, Lawrence Bulldogs. Unavailable today, a senior, number 40, Casey Ross. The reserves, a junior, number 3, Sage Dougal. A sophomore, number 11, Sadie Higgins. A junior, number 12, JC Elkins. A senior captain, number 13, Kiera Day. A senior, number 24, Natalie Pelletier. Sophomore, number 25, Izzy Drake. Sophomore, number 31, Lily Poulin. Sophomore, number 33, Natalie Gerard. Sophomore, number 35, Mariah Salisbury. The manager for Lawrence is Nora Smiley Bard. Assistant coach Joe Higgins, and the head coach of the Bulldogs is Greg Chesley. And now for the starting lineups. For Oceanside, a junior, number 12, Grace Mackey. And for Lawrence, a senior, captain, number 1, Maddie Provost. For the Mariners, a senior captain, number 13, Renee Ripley. And for the Bulldogs, junior, number 4, Amaya Lawyerson. For Oceanside, a junior, number 20, Abby Stackpole. And for Lawrence, senior captain, number 10, Peyton Cole. For the Mariners, a freshman, number 21, Olivia Breen. And for the Bulldogs, senior captain, number 15, Ashley Shores. For Oceanside, a senior captain, number 24, Addie Poland. And for Lawrence, junior, number 22, Leah Tibbetts. The officials for this game are Mr. Dan Netto, Mr. Andrew Weatherby, and Mr. Quinn Stebbins. Certified athletic training services are provided by Northern Lights Sports Health. We now invite everyone to please stand and remove their caps for the singing of our national anthem. To sing our anthem today, please welcome to center court Lawrence High School custodian, Mr. Terry Coley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet to wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
Wow. I'd say he cleaned up there on the national anthem.
He did a great
Nice
job. The home team bringing
fantastic.
the custodian, correct?
Yeah, taking a look at some of the keys of the game.
And we look at the keys of the game. You're looking at Oceanside. If they're looking for a win, as Coach mentioned, they're looking to have team defense and strong rebounding. On the other end for Lawrence, if they're looking to pull away with a win, they're really focused again on championship games, controlling the boards. They want to win the battle of the boards and slowing down the Oceanside offense. You heard Coach mention Breen and their shooters, so they're hoping to slow them down.
It's one of the things that stood out as you're just looking at these two teams as they're getting ready for the game is that Oceanside has so many players where they can go to reliably for some points. So they had, I think it was four different players that averaged over double digits in the tournaments. And And of course, on the other side, Lawrence and Shores. That matchup, that connection, the Provost Shores connection is just unbelievable. We are underway.
Entertaining game to watch for sure.
So it is Oceanside with the ball to kick things off. With it now is Mackey as they swing it down to the left side to Ripley. Work it back out front. They'll try the other side. Dribbling in, Poland. And not able to get off a shot. Quickly up ahead. There's that connection that we talked about. Provost to Shores, and she draws the foul.
And that's going to be number 1 on Breen. Probably, if you're Oceanside, that's a player you don't want to get into foul trouble. But on the other end, Lawrence looking to be the aggressor. You can see Shores, she's talented, especially going left. She's a lefty shooter. And Provost probably doesn't get enough credit for how well she plays defense.
First foul shot, no good. And Shores will have another chance to put her team on the board with the opening points of this one. She connects. Just underway in this girls Class B state championship matchup. Happy to have you along with us as we kick off championship weekend here on Maine Public Television. The Mariners come right side. Mackey stop there. Now it's Breen, the 3.
Brent, Oceanside's coming into this tournament breaking their previous record in the South for three-pointers made in the regional tournament. They're still hot if they're going to start with a made 3.
Tibbetts now with the ball. Out front it goes to Cole. Now Lawyerson. Back out on top. Provost. Pull-up jumper, and we've got a whistle, a foul. Grace Mackey will pick up the foul.
Grace Mackey is typically the defender to guard Provost in the previous 2 games during the regular season. But she didn't allow enough space for Provost to be able to come down.
Provost misses her first foul shot attempt. Second one on the way in good. So they are 2 for 4 from the foul line, accounting for their 2 points. Looking it up is Ripley. Goes off the right side into the corner. Green. She's established that 3-point shot that she can make it. And battle for underneath, and it's going to be Oceanside ball.
And both coaches mentioning how important the rebounds are. Certainly 6'3" freshman Breen, they're going to want to put a body on her every time that shot goes up.
Poland gives it off now to Mackey. Ripley now back to Poland. Into the lane. Comes off right side. Breen goes to work. And turn around from the left side of the lane, no good. Provost the rebound. Provost dumps it into Shores, but missed connection.
Great help side there. Oceanside knows that 2-man game, the screen and roll, and Breen was in the paint ready to help her teammate.
Popping out, putting up the 3 and in. Abby Stackpole.
Abby Stackpole had 20 points in their regional final with many 3s. So again, Oceanside still is coming in with a hot hand.
Tibbetts tries a 3, no good. Renee Ripley, senior, out on the court. Gives over to Mackey. Back out on top it comes. Another 3-pointer thrown up and in. This one by Addie Poland.
Wow, 3 threes. They might be knocking on, hey, can we make a record for threes in a quarter. I don't know what that would be, but it's impressive.
And we've got a player control foul that's going to go against Maddie Provost. That's her first foul.
Sometimes I like when teams come into a state final knowing each other so well. And here, Maddie's just so effective one-on-one. And I think Mackey's up for the challenge.
Oceanside with the ball and a 7-point lead. And the three put up by Breen rattles off the rim. Rebound taken down by Lawrence. Shores to the foul line. Now it comes to Lawyerson. Quickly work the ball around to Provost. Leaves it short. Rebound taken down by Breen. Ball mishandled and picked up by Lawyerson. Shot around and out by Cole.
Nice ball movement by Lawrence, and it could be one of their role players stepping up. When they won in that overtime win, it was a role player who made a difference. I believe it was Tibbetts. So we'll see both teams how deep they can go in scoring.
Breen works her way in and hits the turnaround jumper.
It's really not much at all you can do to stop that. Breen can post on the block. She can take it off the dribble, and they have set plays for her coming up an elevator screen.
Pass goes into Cole, who lays it up for two. Junior Grace Mackey with the ball, dumps it down low to Breen and not able to get off the clean shot. I'm not sure if Provost got a hand on that or not.
I think it might have been a little block. If it was, I believe that's her second block of the night.
Provost tries to get it inside the shore. She saves it. Lawyerson picks it up. Goes over Cole, shot off the mark. Mackey with it now for Oceanside. Goes over to Poland, fakes the shot and drives in, no good. Maddie Provost will bring it up for the Bulldogs. She'll drive into the lane and lay it up for two.
Just the change of speed for Provost really makes a difference. She can hesitate and go, crossover. She's probably one of the best one-on-one players in the state. Definitely why she's up for Miss Maine basketball.
Out on top. Now Poland again into the lane. Kicks it out to Mackey. Three is up and in.
4 players for Oceanside have made a three-point shot.
Talked about it at the top. They've got a lot of places they can go to for points. And we're seeing it here in the early going of this one. Provost gets it over to Shores. They'll kick it out to Cole. Cole hits her own three.
5 points for Cole. That's what's going to make a difference. They're guarding the two-man game well between Shores and Provost, so it's going to be someone up, stepping up to hit the big shot.
First three-pointer of the game for the Bulldogs. 14-9. 1 minute to play here in the opening frame. Breen works against Provost. Again, Provost there playing some good defense. Quickly up ahead it comes to Shores. Back to Cole. From the corner, Tibbetts, three, off the mark.
You see the fatigue setting in a little bit, just not fully a track meet, but one shot and done for the most part.
This has been a quick quarter. Mackey gives over to Poland. They find Breen with 15 seconds left here in the quarter. Breen now gives it back up to Mackey. Swing it around, stack Cole with it, Ripley rather. From the corner, the three off the mark. Rebound and the shot not able to be gotten. And so the first quarter comes to an end, 14-9, with Oceanside on top by 5. We'll be back right after this.
Production of high school basketball on Maine Public Television is made possible by people like you and by...
At Thomas College, we do college differently. We do academics differently. We do community differently. We do careers differently. It's time to do college differently.
Sheridan Construction, a Maine company committed to building on their promise for over 75 years.
The environment is just awesome.
Great campus, small, close-knit community.
Everyone's really welcoming.
Everything feels very personal.
You feel like you belong here.
Today's basketball coverage is made possible by Mainers like Chris Thornton, who supported Maine Public in his estate. His generous gift helps ensure that we can continue to bring you this annual tournament and showcase athletic achievement across the state. For more information on how you can leave a legacy, as Chris has done, call Scott Marshallton at 207-330-4510. Back here, second quarter just underway. Brent Stevens along with Julie Sinclair. Happy to have you along with us as Oceanside and the Bulldogs from Lawrence going at it for the girls' Class B state championship. Bulldogs trailing by 5, 14-9 with the ball, and a misconnection between Provost and Royerson.
Looks like they're talking through it right now, trying to get on the same page. Oceanside starting out in a 2-3 look, but went into a man defense. Trying to mix it up a little bit coming out of the quarter.
Mentioned Oceanside with 4 3-pointers in that first quarter. 4 different players connecting on the threes. Provost spins away at the top of the key. Goes off the right side. J.C. Elkins into the game, and a 3.
Talk about players who could come in hot between Provost and Shores. They had 56 to the 65 points in the regional final win, so they need to look to score because they're very talented.
There's Breen, and she is off the mark.
If that went in, Brent, that would have been your 6'3" center coming off a ball screen hitting a 3.
See it every day, right?
No, it's not common. A freshman, mind you.
I know, that's the other part of it. From the corner, the 3 is up and in by J.C. Elkins.
Big time hit for Elkins, who comes off the bench. That's the third 3, actually, for the Lawrence Bulldogs this game.
So the Bulldogs have taken the lead here, 15-14. And they have 3 different players who have connected on the 3 themselves. Shot up and in. Renee Ripley with her first field goal of the game. Provost. She travels.
Dragged her pivot foot just a little bit, and the official is able to catch it. See on the replay. I don't know. Maybe it was the extra step.
Tough defense by Mackey on that one. Mackey with the ball now, comes out front with it. Poland gives to Breen. She'll dump it down low on the left block. And pass back out front. On Breen now is Shores. Kicking it out into the corner. Mackey the 3.
Junior Grace Mackey, that's her second 3 on the game, and she is pumped up. Just so impressed by Oceanside's ability to spread the floor, and they all can hit shots.
Pull-up jumper in the lane by Provost. Left that one short. And rebound by Oceanside. Neither team really getting a lot of second chances on the ball. And we'll have a foul After the made basket, Renee Ripley will go to the line to try to make it 3.
And this is purposeful for Oceanside. They're trying to post up their point guard against a smaller defender. And Ripley's able to come up big with an and one play.
Foul went against Elkins. First foul of the game for J.C. Elkins. And the foul shot is no good by Ripley. So Oceanside is pulled back out to a 6-point lead. Out front it comes to Provost. Around the rim and out. Battle for on the floor. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Breen.
Coach Breen recognizing we could be in trouble. Let me call a timeout here.
All 10 state championship games will be rebroadcast throughout the weekend on Maine Public Television. Tonight's games can be seen again tomorrow morning starting at 7 o'clock. The Class C girls game will be replayed Saturday night at 10 following the end of the Class C boys game. And then the action resumes on Sunday morning at 6 a.m. and lasts all day. Of classes S, A, and D. For the full replay schedule, head to mainpublic.org/basketball. We are just getting started this weekend with this one. A whole lot of basketball coming your way from across the state. Addie Poland gives off to Mackey. Down into the corner along the baseline, pull up, and no, we've got a player control foul. It's going to go against Ripley.
Ripley, that will be her first. Start this quarter, say Lawrence, I think, was off to a 6-0 run, went up by 1, and then since then, Oceanside has been on a 7-0 run to come up with the lead again.
Shores spots up for the 3. Oh, around the rim, out and back in.
It looked like there was a magnet through the net.
Second 3 for Ashley Shores, one of the captains on this Bulldogs team. Came into this one the number 3 seed in the North. Poland with it. Gives to Breen. Off the glass for 2.
Great recognition by Breen. Had a smaller guard on her and just powered right into the rim.
7 points in the game for Breen. Tough shot, nice lay-in by Provost.
It's impressive. It's not even off a missed basket. Felt like a full court transition play.
You mentioned before, she's quick. She's got changes speed, and she's has that quick step. Breen turns around, leaves it way short.
And
Lawyerson will come back into the game for the Bulldogs.
I feel like she might have got hit by the arm, but at least it was recognized possibly as a block, and Oceanside got the ball back.
Inside it comes, and a block by Provost. Oceanside recovers. Out on top, Mackey off the rim, no good. Rebound taken down. And Oceanside gets a second chance.
So they have Ripley off the ball right now, not as point, and she's had 6 points this quarter.
I just said that neither team really getting too many second chances, but Oceanside certainly got second and third chances on that possession. Now they come up with the ball. The Mariners up by 5 with the ball. And we've got just over 2 minutes left here in the first half. From the corner, the 3, no good. Comes into the hands of Maddie Provost. And we've got a timeout taken by Coach Chesley of the Lawrence Bulldogs. With 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Season 9 of High School Quiz Show Maine returns on Thursday, March 19th. Tune in to watch schools from around the state match wits and compete for the $1,000 prize. This season, schools from Orono to Bethel to Portland will battle it out for the championship with host Todd Guttner. It all starts Thursday, March 19th, 8 o'clock on Maine Public Television. It's always exciting when your school gets into the finals of that show. It's exciting. I happen to be at a school that won that one year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here at the Cross Insurance Center, Oceanside Mariners coming back out onto the floor, as do the Bulldogs of Lawrence. Mariners holding a 5-point lead, 2:10 to play here in the first half. Bulldogs with the ball. Cole gives over to Provost. A shot off the rim. Breen comes up with the loose ball. Ripley brings it up for Oceanside. Driving down left side. The shot put up and missed by Stackpole.
It's good defense by Tibbetts to stay straight up when the shot went up.
Cole around the rim and out.
I think it's good that Cole is aggressive looking for her shot. I really do believe that some of these role players with so much emphasis on Provost and Shores can have an opportunity to score.
Poland with it. Gives over to Ripley. Ripley drives into the lane.
That's 8 points
here. Yeah, here in this quarter.
She's just so poised and good court leader, composure.
Provost goes up for the shot, but she's hit on the arm, and the foul is going to go against Grace Mackey. That'll be her second.
We'll see what Coach Breen decides to do. There are many teams who keep in upperclassmen in the game. And many teams who will not take their chances with the lead and take them out.
Chloe Diebler will come into the game for the Mariners, and having a seat will be Mackey. Provost, after making the first foul shot, will connect on her second. And now some pressure full court by the Bulldogs. Breen gets it at half court and gets it up to Diebler, who's just into the game. Ripley gets it inside to Breen. Feels the contact, leans, and kisses it off the glass for two.
So strong, and Shores is also a strong player for Lawrence, and she really kind of got knocked off her path.
Provost in the lane, no good. Walking it up now is Ripley. Looking back at her bench for some instructions from the coach. It's taken away by Provost. Provost lays it up, no good. Lawyerson there to follow it up for two.
What a play, Brent. I mean, I said it earlier, Provost probably doesn't get enough credit for her defense, the MVP defense she can play.
Picked the pocket out front, missed the layup, but Lawyerson was there to make good on it. So the first half comes to a close. 29-24 is the score, a 5-point lead. And we will take a break and be back here at the Cross Insurance Center with halftime festivities in just a moment.
Of high school basketball on Maine Public Television is made possible by people like you and by
At Central Maine Community College,
I'm going to be a pathologist.
there is something for everyone.
An athletic trainer, physical therapist.
Your future starts here.
A new car? A new home? Or what about that vacation you know you deserve? Why spend more when you could spend less? MaineCreditUnions.org.
Hammond Lumber Company, with 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire, serving contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers since 1953.
Expect the unexpected at the University of Maine at Presque Isle, committed to providing an affordable education with a personalized experience full of discovery and innovation.
It's a fun way to challenge myself and see what I know.
It's a unique experience to meet other kids from around the state.
It's really, really cool to see everyone's different talents and skills.
So making a game out of it is the perfect combination.
And I can learn a lot of new fun facts and just show off my knowledge.
I just really like trivia. I know a lot of stuff and I want to share all this random stuff I know with my school to help improve school spirit.
And I want to be with my friends and hopefully win. Let's go have some fun with trivia.
Back here at the Cross Insurance Center, Brent Stevens along with Julie Sinclair. Oceanside holding a 5-point lead, 29-24. And at this point, we're throwing things over to PA announcer Rich Ezzy.
And Fame, the Finance Authority of Maine. It is an honor to present sportsmanship banners in varsity basketball. During the season, each basketball team in Maine was asked to select an opponent they felt was most deserving of receiving a sportsmanship award. The schools we recognize with a sportsmanship award have displayed respect of officials, coaches, and opponents, fair play, honesty and integrity, and a true love for the game of basketball. First, we are pleased to present in Girls Class S North, the Crusaders from Van Buren District School. Here to receive the award are coaches Steve Lapierre and Steve Gaillon, and players Natalie Bollier, Madison Karen, Kaylee Kurtica, Emily Lapierre, Madeline Marquis, Emma Parent, Haley Sirwa, Sierra St. Pierre, and Jace Violet. Again, congratulations to the Van Buren Crusaders. Next, we are pleased to recognize in Girls Class D North, the Minutemen of Stearns High School. Here to receive the award, Coach Nick Cullen and players Quinn Cullen, Chloe Acorn, Noelle Shearer, Gianna Jurowitz, and Mallory Burgoyne. Congratulations to the Stearns Minutemen. Next, we are pleased to recognize in Girls Class C North, the Eagles of George Stevens Academy. Here to receive award is Coach Charlene Grant, along with players Emma Perry St. Peter, Hallie Clifford, Layla Hutchins, Taylor Grego, Aurora Simmons, Charlotte Snow, Marnie Gleason, Ellie Woodward, Lily Schroth, and Isabella Anderson. Congratulations to the George Stevens Academy Eagles. Next, we are pleased to recognize in girls Class B North, the Trojans of MDI High School. Here today to receive the award, coaches Brent Barker, Molly Weymouth, Kyle McKim, Brianne Barker, and Olivia Gray, and players Lily Norwood, Callie Trenholm, Kate Brown, Gwen Stager, Morgan Culshaw, Ella Watson, Lily Hanf, Blake Teakin, Addie Downsland, Avery Norwood, Lily Collins, Cassidy Dunbar, Claire Danielson, Briella McIntyre, and Juniper Macco. Congratulations to the MDI Trojans. And lastly, we are pleased to recognize in boys Class C North, the Golden Bucks of Bucksport High School. Here to receive the award are coaches Sedge Saunders, Matt McGinnis, and Rick Larrabee. Players Jack Morrison, Trent Goss, Trent Giroux, Matt Curtis, Jake Hasselhoff, Brody Simpson, Cam McGuire, Cooper Morrison, Mason Van Camp, Corbin Weber, and Ryan Young. Congratulations to the Bucksport Golden Bucks. We'd like to thank FAME, the Finance Authority of Maine, for helping us present our sportsmanship awards today. Attention class of 2026, want a sweet paycheck in your future? It's simple, you need skills. How do you get those skills? Training. How do you pay for that training? The FAFSA. File the FAFSA at studentaid.gov or get your free FAFSA guide from FAME at famemaine.levelup. At this time, the Northern Maine MPA Tournament Committee would like to make a special recognition. Please direct your attention to center court as we invite Mr. Mike Burnham to please step forward. Mr. Burnham will retire as Executive Director of the Maine Principals Association at the end of June of this year. Mike has served as the Executive Director of the MPA and the Maine State Basketball Tournament across 4 sites for the past 9 years. Prior to that, he was the Associate Executive Director of the MPA for 7 years. Before his MPA years, Mike served as Principal and Athletic Director at Monmouth Academy and taught and coached at Winthrop High School and Gardner High School. On behalf of Northern Maine MPA Tournament Committee, congratulations on your upcoming retirement. To thank him for an educational career devoted to Maine's young people, let's give a warm round of applause to Mr. Mike Burnham.
All right, Mike Burnham, of course, certainly at this game for a long time, and he is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet. So
yeah, a lot of work goes into the behind-the-scenes stuff and organization.
And congratulations also to the recipients of the Sportsmanship Awards. And right now we are going to take a timeout and be back with the second half of play in just a moment.
Of high school basketball on Maine Public Television is made possible by people like you and by
Hammond Lumber Company, with 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire, serving contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers since 1953.
Coastal Auto Parts, selling Napa auto parts since 1981. Owned and operated by a Maine family and proud to support student athletes.
And Coram Credit Union, inspired by brighter futures and proud to support students, athletes, and the community. Learn more at ancoramcu.com.
The environment is just awesome.
Great campus, small, close-knit community.
Everyone's really welcoming.
Everything feels very personal.
You feel like you belong here.
Yes, the nature of Maine. Maine Public Television's Emmy Award-winning series is back with another season full of incredible stories from Maine's backcountry. We'll take you to scenic mountaintops, across pristine lakes and rivers, to the rugged coast and places beyond, searching for the people, places, and wildlife that define this great state of Maine. Join us on this adventure as we travel the backroads, trails, and waterways that connect Maine's people to the great outdoors. It all kicks off April 2nd on Maine Public Television.
Both teams are getting ready for the second half of plays. Oceanside leads this one 29-24. Taking a look at some of the numbers from the first half of play.
You can see as you compare Oceanside to Lawrence, both teams shooting the ball fairly well, 43% to 40. Free throws, Lawrence got there a little quicker. An impressive three-point shooting percentage for both teams. Lawrence leading with 5 turnovers. Leading scorers for both teams, actually, Olivia Breen has 9, Provost has 7. I believe Shores has 9 as well.
Immediately, Oceanside tries to work it down low to Breen. The ball is turned over to the Bulldogs. Provost kicks it out into the corner. Lawyerson with it. Now Cole around the rim and rolls out. Provost, the rebound and in.
There's a little of everything, and as you know, both coaches were emphasizing how important rebounds are to winning this game.
And a travel. Gives the ball back to the Bulldogs, and Provost will bring it up. They'll dump it in to Provost. Turnaround. And it looked like it was off Tibbetts. Not able to squeeze it before it squirted out of bounds.
Similar to the start of the game, it's such a wonder of which team's going to settle in and make the run first coming into this third. A pivotal time coming out of halftime.
In that first quarter, we thought that perhaps Oceanside was going to be setting a record for three-pointers. They had 4 in that first frame. Now Breen throws it off the glass, no good. Comes into the hands of Shores. Shores hands off to Provost. Provost now to Shores, spots up for the 3, hits!
Ashley Shores, that's her third 3 of the game. I believe now she has 10 points.
Into the lane, Breen travels. Little stutter step. And gives the ball back to the Bulldogs.
You see on the replay, effective player at getting back to the basket. Officials were on the footwork.
Shores on the defensive end there. Provost with the follow-up for 2.
Doesn't take her too much time to put that ball back in the basket.
The Bulldogs have pulled back into the lead, 30-29.
6-0 run to start the quarter.
And a foul will be called on Cole as Mackey driving into the lane.
Mackey, many a times prefers driving left. Was able to get her team to the line and try to get some points on the board this half.
Mackey's first foul shot is off the mark. Junior gets another shot. She misses that one. And Tibbetts comes up with it for the Bulldogs. A missed opportunity there for the Mariners. Shores gives it over to Cole. Kick it off to Provost. Provost into the hands of Shores with a left-hander off the glass for 2.
We didn't have an opportunity to see their two-man game at the first half, but Lawrence, that is the name of the game. Those two players playing a little two-man game, an impressive finish for Shores.
Shores 12 points in this game. She had 29 points in the regional final. Broadcast of the Maine State High School Basketball Championships has been made possible by members since 1979. Thank you to the tens of thousands of people who helped make this annual tradition available to our fans around the world for free. To show your support for basketball on Maine Public, become a member. Head to mainepublic.org and click the big red donate button, and we thank you for making this possible. Oceanside finding themselves down by 3, 32-29 with the ball. Out front, the three-pointer is up and off the mark by Stackpole. Now Provost goes in and she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
She got up there too. She likes that right to left crossover. And Stackpole coming in, not allowing her space to make a landing. That's why the foul was called.
It's the first foul on Stackpole, and Provost connects on the first one.
Quick 5 points for her. I mean, within the first 3 minutes, their team is on a 9-0 run. Now a 10-0
After missing her
run.
first foul shot, she is connected on the last 5 that she has attempted. And puts her team up by 5, biggest lead of the game for the Bulldogs. Ripley drives into the lane, kicks it to Stackpole. Now it is Poland from the corner, no good. And it's taken down by the Bulldogs, pushing it up to Shores, quickly up to Cole. Cole lays it up. Too far run to the rim, it goes out of bounds. It'll be Oceanside basketball.
Lawyerson almost snuck up again for a rebound in the transition, but came up a little bit short. And Coach Breen right now is telling his team, I think the little motion symbol, so I think he wants his team to get into their offensive sets that they have that are typically effective.
Looking into the lane, can't find anybody. Goes out to Ripley on the wing. Backing out with it now is Mackey. Off to the right side. They'll swing it around. Poland, the three, no good. Goes out of bounds in the far corner. It'll be Lawrence basketball.
That's a nice look for Poland as she can hit those. But so much attention on Breen. Oceanside's effective at finding where the open shooter is.
And a carry is called on Provost. So that'll turn the ball back over to the Mariners. 4:03 to play here in the third.
You wonder if that's a frequent call, because that's a little bit part of her hesitation dribble.
Poland on the wing. Maintains the dribble, gets underneath, and she'll draw the foul. Foul's going to be on Tibbetts. Tibbetts picks up her first foul.
Poland likes to drive right. Was able to lean in just enough to be able to draw the foul.
Casey Elkins is into the game, and Izzy Drake has checked in for the Bulldogs as well. Meanwhile, for Oceanside, the second foul shot is missed by Poland.
That was the first basket about halfway to go in this third quarter.
Shores hands it off to Provost, the long, long three. (34-30) here in the third quarter. This is the Class B state championship game here at the Cross Insurance Center. Mackey over to Ripley, into Breen, and in the lane all alone, and laying it up for two is Addie Poland.
Heads up by Poland to cut to the basket and make that double team an easier basket on the other end.
Nice awareness by Breen to see her teammate. Swing it out, right side. And Shores with it. On her is Mackey. Shores will go in, throw up the lefty, no good. Rebound taken down by Breen. Oceanside looking to tie or take the lead on this possession. Ripley dumps it down to Breen. Kick it out front. Stackpole now to Ripley. Shot off the mark. Picked up by the Bulldogs. And we'll have a foul called against Stackpole.
And that's her second. Credit to Shores right now and her defense on Breen on the block. Breen's looks really have been from the perimeter. I mean, she can still be very effective there, but there's no easy looks from the block areas thus far this half.
Ball mishandled by the Bulldogs. And now Breen will spot up for the three. No good. Rebound taken down by Maddie Provost. Provost to Shores, and Shores will bring it across midcourt. Gets it over to Cole. Now back to Shores, and in the corner with it is Drake. Now Elkins. Shores, the three.
That's a player that, if she's wide open, I'm going to put a high percentage that shot is going in. That is her fourth three on the game.
I've got her for 15 points in this game. Now Breen receives the pass, can't get the shot to fall, and the Bulldogs take it down. Now Provost will put up the three from way outside. Cole the rebound. Hands it off. They get it down inside to Shores, but not able to make that shot go down. Up ahead, Poland with it now. Breen, three, hits.
Olivia Breen, first points for the half, leading her team, I believe, with 12 points.
Those points came with under a minute to play here in the third quarter, so a lot of time went by. And on the rebounding action, we've got the ball going to the Oceanside Mariners.
You could see on the replay, Cole, it's her second trip where she's trying to impact the rebounds, but landed out of bounds.
Closing seconds of the third quarter. Oceanside down by 2 with the ball. Right side with it, Ripley. Kicks it out to the corner. Now Mackey. Out to Breen. Breen spots up for the three. Nothing there. And rebound comes down. Closing seconds. Not going to get a shot off. And that wraps up the third quarter of play. Lawrence holding a 2-point lead, 37-35. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of play right after this.
Of high school basketball on Maine Public Television is made possible by people like you and by
At Central Maine Community College,
I'm going to be a pathologist.
There is something for everyone.
An athletic trainer, physical therapist.
Your future starts here.
Sheridan Construction, a Maine company committed to building on their promise for over 75 years.
At Thomas College, we do college differently. We do academics differently. We do community differently. We do careers differently. It's time to do college differently.
Back here at the Cross Insurance Center, Brent Stevens along with Julie Sinclair and Jim Baines roaming around the floor here of the Cross Insurance Center. We've got viewers from all around the country and around the world, I'm told. Several in the Caribbean.
Wow.
That's rough. Also Germany and the Netherlands. I will say the Dominican is the Caribbean and the Dominican, one of my favorite places on earth.
I'm sure they're enjoying their seat in those spots watching the game. Hopefully many more across the state of Maine. Lawrence
nearly tosses the ball away. Right side, Elkins.
What about JC Elkins? A player that some games may not score, and she has 6 points, 2 3-pointers to give a 5-point lead to Lawrence. That last quarter, that was a 14-6 Lawrence lead.
Dumped inside, now back out. Poland to Mackey to Breen. Into the corner, Ripley. Look at DeBreen. And we'll have a foul on Maddie Provost. That'll be her second. Breen looking to inbound the ball, but can't find anybody to get it to, so she wisely calls the timeout.
Yeah, it was wise because it was about ready to be a 5-second call. Great defense by Lawrence.
Borealis returns in April with more amazing stories of the great Maine outdoors, people, places, animals, activities, and much more. From dory rowing in Belfast to mountain climbing in Clifton, from birds to salamanders to jellyfish. Host Aislinn Sarnacki leads you from mountains to the sea in Season 3 of the Emmy-winning outdoor series Catch Borealis, beginning April 2nd, right here on Maine Public Television.
Brent, when you kind of take a look at Oceanside and what they've done this year, their loss was early December against Lawrence in double overtime. So, you know, you wonder for either team, how many times has Oceanside had a close game in the fourth? So Coach Matt Breen's probably telling his team to stay composed, take your shot, and run the offense.
They get it into Breen, and she will draw the foul, go to the line to shoot two.
Just a simple out-of-bounds seal play.
They call it on Shores. I have that as her first. And on the line shooting is Breen. She makes the first. The freshman, Olivia Breen, makes them both. 40-37. Provost goes to work, tries to dump it into Tibbetts, loses the handle. Lawyerson dishes it off, now gets it back, off the glass, nothing there. Rebound taken down by Oceanside. And Renee Ripley will lock it up and give off to Mackey. On her is Lawyerson. Now Breen goes to work on Shores, kicks it out to Poland, the three, nothing there. The rebound rather, taken down by Provost. Into the corner, Lawyerson, high off the rim, no good. Bounced around and picked up by Poland.
I have a feeling these fans are going to get ramped up very quickly if the score stays this close.
6-10, the shot from the right side, nothing there. So several trips down the floor on either side, coming up empty. Now Tibbetts, around and out. Again, very few second chances for either team.
And they look like they're in.
Stackpole with it on the right side. Comes out to Mackey. She'll spot up for the three. Nothing there. We'll go the other way with it.
What a box out by Shores, just really working so hard on Breen in the
Into
box.
the lane and ending the scoring drought is Maddie Provost.
Wow. Bulldogs, any chance they get, they're looking to push it in transition, as you can see, and there's not, I don't know if there's a better high school player in the open court than Maddie Provost.
So we're almost 2.5 minutes into this fourth quarter, and Oceanside still does not have a field goal.
And they've had good looks.
Yes.
Looks that they can hit, so.
The 2 points they have this quarter have come on the foul line in the person of Olivia Breen. Both teams back out onto the floor. It'll be Oceanside basketball, bringing it the length of the court. 5:31 to play. Renee Ripley over to Poland, down into the corner. Nearly knocked away by Lawrence. That's Ripley. Leaves it just a little short. And again, still nothing from the floor for Oceanside.
Credit to Lawrence. That's an overloaded man offense to isolate Breen, and they knew what the plan was. Lawrence guarded it well.
Boy, scrum for the ball, and it's loose again, and diving for it. And now we'll have a tie-up. Nice effort there by Poland, diving on the floor. Addie Poland. Possession arrow favors the Mariners.
Out of all the B games I've seen, I usually see much more diving on the floor and just bones falling on the hardwood, but not as much so far tonight.
Ripley on the dribble. Poland back to Ripley. They play pass with it out front. Now Poland spots up for the shot from just in front of the foul line. Nothing there. Provost looking to put her team up a little further. She spins, nothing. And rebound by Breen. Breen works her way around one player, now kicks it over to Poland. Dumped into Breen from the foul line, leaves it way short.
I think with this little bit of a scoring drought that they're in, they're looking to Breen right now. And this timeout is probably a good time for them to take a deep breath, because it could be another player stepping up to hit the shot.
Yeah, Coach Matt Breen calls the full 60-second timeout. Well, if you want to watch this game again, or maybe a game you played in, become a member and get access to Passport, Maine Public's streaming service. This game's going back to 2010 and more being added. You could relive a great game and support this broadcast at the same time. Go to mainepublic.org, support this broadcast, and get Passport, and we thank you for your support. It'd be kind of fun to go back and watch some of those games from 16 years ago.
A lot of tradition. There's not a lot of states around, Brent, that kind of carry the tournament like and the fans like the state of Maine does.
Indeed. This is certainly an exciting time of year. From where we sit, you look across the way, and there are a whole lot of Lawrence Bulldogs fans here, and behind us, a nice crowd is filled in here as well. Provost on the dribble. Will try to get the shot off, but she will draw the foul. Foul is going to be on Addie Poland.
Maddie working through two defenders there, and an arm came down on her shooting hand. Provost connects on the first, and she'll have another.
6-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Make it 7.
It's been a 21-8 Lawrence lead in the second half.
Ripley with it out high into the corner. Poland into the lane. Off the glass, it rolls out, but she will go to the foul line to shoot 2.
Poland likes to drive right. I think this is the second time she's able to draw the foul against Tibbetts.
Second foul on Tibbetts. Foul shot is up and in by Poland. Poland misses the second, but the rebound comes away to Ripley, dumps it off to Breen, off the glass for 2, and she'll go to the line.
Huge play by Ripley. You talk about 2 seniors, these last 2 possessions, making big plays, dishing it off to Breen, who has enough strength to finish under pressure.
Foul on Cole is her second. And Breen on the line, try to pull her team to within 3. She misses the foul shot. Provost the rebound. Tibbetts with it, right side to Cole. Now Lawyerson on her, Poland. Lawyerson losing the handle. A lot of contact, and we've got a foul. It's going to be a foul called on Poland. Second on Poland.
Take a look at this foul. There was contact here. And the official might have been waiting to see who was going to call it. A little bit delayed, but a foul nonetheless.
The second team foul on Oceanside. Shores gets it out to Provost, and it gets stuck right there.
I think Matt Breen's going to go tip it out. Coach Matt Breen. What about Olivia? Come on, give it a shot. She's like, I'm not going to use my energy on that jump.
This
could be entertaining.
There we go.
Oh, Lawrence thinks it counts.
Can't blame them for trying. Possession arrow on that play, so the ball will stay with Lawrence. And it comes to Shores, and he'll quickly get it out to Provost, out on the point. Foul is going to be called against Oceanside. Mackey picks up number 3. Third team foul.
As this pressure is just kicking up, you realize under 3 minutes, a 4-point game, only 2 possessions, but the rule of law in the state of Maine, you can stall, so you really have to pressure.
A foul is going to be called on Oceanside. Stackpole will pick up the foul. On Stackpole, that is foul number 3, and we've got a timeout taken on the floor here at the Cross Insurance Center. Lawrence will have the ball and they lead it by 4.
You can see the gold ball waiting in the wings.
There
a lot
it is.
can happen in 2:39, and I'm always intrigued by coaches and their decisions of when they want to call timeouts. You can tell right now Coach Chesley is drawing something up, so I'll be excited to see what he wants his team to execute.
In terms of timeouts, Lawrence has 2 left, and Oceanside with 1. Four fouls committed by each, so each team will be in the bonus on the next foul. Comes in to Provost. Provost dumps it down to Shores, and she can't get it to go.
Looks like they executed it potentially the way that was drawn up, but the ball did not go through the rim.
Now Ripley. On her is Provost. Ripley gets it back into Breen. On her is Shores. Now Provost will bring it up for the Bulldogs. The shot, short. Rebound, Oceanside. Under 2 minutes to play in the state championship game. Poland takes it into the lane. Now it comes back inside to Breen, and she will draw the foul.
Good sportsmanship recognition by both teams. And Breen to the line. You can tell they're looking to get it into her in these moments where they're down 4 with just under 2 minutes to go.
Shores picks up the foul. It's just her second. The foul shot is off by Breen. She makes the second. Now a one possession game, 44-41. Provost into the lane, loses the handle, picks it up, takes the baseline jumper, and another foul called. Foul was on Mackey. That's going to be her 4th.
I don't know how Provost makes it so easy to almost be picking up a ball from the floor and be able to go up with it so quickly. I mean, I don't even think Mackey was expecting her to go up with that shot necessarily.
Foul shots becoming critically important at this juncture of the game. And Provost connects on both. 46-41, a minute and a half to play. I said at the outset, this one had all the makings of being a fun game and a close game, and certainly we are coming down to the wire on this one. Breen against Tibbetts, and we got a player control foul on Olivia Breen. She is incredulous.
And she goes in strong and well. And credit to the defense for, again, giving effort to draw it. Sometimes taking a charge comes with a little bit of the right timing and the right acting.
Shores gets the ball in, gives it back now to Provost. As we approach the 1 minute mark, with Lawrence leading it by 5, and they have the ball. Given off to Lawyerson. Now Shores is fouled by Poland, so Shores will go to the line.
And what's hard is when you have Mackey with 4, there was a time to force a foul earlier, but I think she's trying to be careful not to be the one to foul. And if you're going to foul someone to get them to the line, you want to jinx her, but Shores typically is a very, very good free throw shooter. Right now they're 11 for 13 on the game.
Team hits them both. 48-41, under a minute to play, and the Lawrence Bulldogs connecting on both of those foul shots. All 10 state championship games will be rebroadcast throughout the weekend on Maine Public Television. Tonight's games can be seen again tomorrow morning beginning at 7 o'clock. Class C girls game will be replayed Saturday night at 10, following the end of the Class C boys game. Then the action resumes on Sunday morning at 6 a.m. and lasts all day with classes S, A, and D. For the full replay schedule, head to mainpublic.org/basketball.
Wow.
Each team with one timeout coming out of this huddle.
Yes. You almost have to talk what you're doing now and ahead, because still a lot of time for more than one timeout, so coaches are going to have to make a decision on when to use it wisely.
Talked about foul shots being important here down the stretch. Lawrence is 6 for 6 here in this fourth quarter. Ripley with the ball. He gives it over to Mackey. Out front, Ripley, the three, short. Lawyerson comes up with the ball for the Bulldogs. Quickly up ahead to Tibbetts. Tibbetts is fouled by Breen. Leah Tibbetts, with no points in this game, will be looking for her first one or two.
22-12, I believe, in the second half. Lawrence lead.
Foul shot missed. Leah Tibbetts, junior, hits the second. 49-41. Green will pull up for the three. Around the rim and no good. Rebound away to Poland. Their shot, I believe, partially deflected. The rebound taken down by the Bulldogs, and a foul will be called against Diebler, Chloe Diebler. That'll send Shores to the line.
What an incredible tournament Shores has had. As you mentioned earlier, 29 points in the final, 13 in the semifinal, 22 in the quarterfinal.
She hits both of them there. A 10-point lead, a long three put up by Ripley, and it's no good. The Lawrence fans are up on the far side as they can smell goal.
You want to play to the end, but I could see players starting to realize for Lawrence Bulldogs what's coming potentially, even though the full smile hasn't broke out yet. It's close.
Ripley the foul, that'll send Shores back to the line. She was 5 for 6 from the line. And hits again. And now the bench is empty. The Oceanside bench.
Have senior Natalie Pelletier for the Lawrence Bulldogs coming in.
Stella Egan is into the game for Oceanside. A freshman, Ava Chamberlain, is in. Foul shot is missed. Battled underneath. And we got a tie-up. Melody Diebler has come into the game for Oceanside as well. Closing seconds of this one. And the girls' Class B state championship goes to the Lawrence Bulldogs.
Love to watch the celebration. This was a team that was favored coming into the season. And they hit a little bit of a slump as a team middle of the year. Maddie Provost went down, I believe, at Handon Academy with an ankle injury. And Coach Chesley said, what a turnaround for the team when they met, talked a little bit more about their roles, and they really haven't looked past since. Big win. Another gold ball heading over to Fairfield.
This is their first Class B state championship. All of the other state championships coming in Class A for the Lawrence Bulldogs. The last one coming just 3 years ago. And they defeated Brunswick in the state championship game, but right now we're getting ready to hand out the Class B awards. We hand things
On behalf
over
of
to
the
Rich
Maine
Essie.
Principals Association and Hammond Lumber Company, congratulations to both teams on their exceptional championship level play throughout the 2026 tournament. We hope that the memories you made this season and over the past 2 weeks of the tournament will last a lifetime. As you think back to your tournament experience with your teammates, coaches, families, and friends, may you take with you a pride in your efforts on the court. You have represented yourselves, your communities, and Maine basketball well. For the seniors on both teams, thank you. Thank you for all your leadership throughout your high school basketball careers. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Now on the court for our awards ceremony, representing the Maine Principals Association, our Herman High School Athletic Administrator, Rick Sinclair, Presque High School Career and Technical Education Director, Joe Greaves, and Van Buren High School Athletic Administrator, Matt Rosignol. Representing Hammond Lumber, from Bangor Sales, Mr. Jake Jones. To begin the awards, we would ask Oceanside head coach Matt Breen, along with assistants Jason Starka and Darren Randall, to please come forward. Managers, Charlotte Quinn. Reese Drinkwater. Freshman, Mariah Caven Gardner. Ava Chamberlain. Stella Egan. Olivia Breen. Sophomore, Melody Diebler. Juniors, Grace Mackey. Abby Stackpole. And seniors, Chloe Diebler. A captain, Addie Poland. And captain, Renee Ripley. Would the captains of Oceanside please come forward? On behalf of the Maine Principals Association and Hammond Lumber Company, it is our pleasure to present the runner-up plaque for the 2026 Maine Class B Girls State Basketball Champions to Oceanside Mariners. And now to present the awards for the 2026 Class B State Champions, with Lawrence High School head coach Greg Chesley, along with assistant coach Joe Higgins, please come forward. Manager Nora Smiley Bard. Sophomores, Sadie Higgins. Izzy Drake. Lily Poulin. Natalie Gerard. Mariah Salisbury. Juniors, Sage Dougal. J.C. Elkins. Leah Tibbetts. Amaya Lawyerson. And seniors, Casey Ross. Kiara Day. Natalie Pelletier. The captain, Peyton Cole. Captain, Ashley Shores. And Captain, Maddie Provost. Would the captains of Lawrence please come forward? On behalf of the Maine Principals Association and Hammond Lumber Company, it is our pleasure to present the Championship Gold Ball Trophy for the 2026 Maine Class B Girls State Basketball Champions to the Lawrence Bulldogs.
Congratulations to the Lawrence Bulldogs as they celebrate with their fans across the way. We'll take it over to the student section. That is the 7th state title for the girls basketball program. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment.
Production of high school basketball on Maine Public Television is made possible by people like you and by
Expect the unexpected at the University of Maine at Presque Isle, committed to providing an affordable education with a personalized experience full of discovery and innovation.
Thanks to Maine Credit Union's Surf Network, I have access to the largest surcharge-free ATM network in the state. Find a Surf ATM at mainecreditunions.org.
Hammond Lumber Company, serving contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with building supplies and custom services from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire.
The environment is just awesome.
Great campus, small, close-knit community.
Everyone's really welcoming.
Everything feels very personal.
You feel like you belong here.
Back here at the Cross Insurance Center as the taking down of the nets is taking place. There's Peyton Cole, one of the captains, and on the other end of the court is Maddie Provost swinging the nets as the Lawrence Bulldogs celebrate. We got Kiara Day, again another captain, and on the other end is Ashley Shores. Everybody gets a swing at it.
Got to get their pictures.
Natalie Pelletier, again a senior, and Casey Ross, who is not available to play. As the Bulldogs celebrate their 7th gold ball. So for the Oceanside Mariners, 2 losses on the season to begin the season and end the season against Lawrence.
An impressive team. Obviously, they had a few seniors and have been playing together for a long time. But we can see this team right now swinging the nets. They too have been playing together for a long time, and we're favored, Brent, really, coming into the season. Hit a dip, and we're able to come out from it. Provost and Shores always putting on a show, but I loved watching Lawyerson, Cole, Tibbetts, and Elkins today, stepping up in big ways to make a big difference.
Yeah, big moments, absolutely. Unofficially, Shores and Provost, we talked about those two from the very get-go of this broadcast. And as I say, unofficially, each ended the game with 19 points. So pretty impressive scoring duo. Leading the way for Oceanside was Olivia Breen with 17 points. But no other player had double digits for Oceanside, and that's highly unusual.
Defense and rebounding wins championships, and down the stretch the Bulldogs knew the game plan for Oceanside and played the team defense that they came in wanting to execute. Controlled the boards and hit a little more shots.
Team gathers there on the court here at the Cross Insurance Center as they get ready for their photo op.
Gotta love the signs Hammond Lumber's coming out with.
A number of photographers and videographers out on the court as well. And some very happy Bulldogs right there.
A lot goes into the season. I believe this is Coach Chesley's 10th year. Big smiles on his face as well as his supporting cast.
Well, a lot of work goes into getting to this point, and you stop and consider the season starts back in November before Thanksgiving, and that for me seems like a long, long time ago, and they've been at it practically every day since then.
It's true, and many coaches believe it starts in the summertime when they're working on the game, so a lot of hours go into these types of moments. Congratulations. It's one of these days you'll never forget for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. As the team gathers around Jim Baines, he's getting ready to interview the champs. And Jim, we're going to toss things over to you.
All right. For the 7th time, Lawrence Bulldogs have a gold ball in girls basketball. We're going to start with Maddie right here. Congratulations here. What we got here? 19 points, 14 rebounds. I'm sure you dreamt about having this moment right here.
Yeah, I mean, it was a dream come true. To start and finish my senior year, we brought the gold back to Lawrence, and to be a part of this team. It's just an amazing end to my season and career.
I want to talk to Ashley real quick here. Ashley, step in. Ashley, I tell you, not to mention, you were 3 for 3 from three-point line. Playing the regionals here, did that help matters there and feeling comfortable in the state championship?
Yeah, definitely. I felt comfortable from the moment I stepped out on this court compared to the Civic Center, and I feel like it just gave us a lot more confidence to step out on this court knowing we didn't have a past.
All right, very good. I want to get JC in here real quickly. JC, you won a state championship. I want to give you the opportunity. You'll be back next year, but you had some outstanding senior leadership. Tell us all what it meant to you.
It meant a lot to me, and I think their leadership really led us to this gold ball.
All right, very good. Greg, come on in here. Hey, Greg, Coach Chesley, congratulations. Let's talk about your halftime speech there, because that was a big difference between the first and second half here.
I thought they kind of came out and were more physical with us in the first half. And at halftime, I just kind of challenged them to be more physical. We're a tough, hard-nosed team, and I think we were a little tired right off quick. The moment got a little big in the first few minutes, and we just had to gather ourselves at halftime and show that we're as tough as they are.
All right. How easy was it for you to coach as you saw the lead chip away?
I mean, when you've got players like this one right here, things are pretty easy. I don't have to do too much.
All right, very good. Congratulations. Ladies, congratulations. You already had 6 gold ball. You're bringing home the 7th one. Tell the camera what it's like to be state champ.
Congratulations to Lawrence, and congratulations to Oceanside, too, for a very successful season. And clearly they did not come away with the ultimate goal that they wanted, the gold ball, but nonetheless a very good season for the Mariners, and congratulations to Lawrence on their gold ball. So, Julie Sinclair, thank you so much. A pleasure working with you.
Always a pleasure being with you, Brent.
52-41 the final. Lawrence takes home the gold ball. We've got boys Class B state championship coming up next.